Yo, 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 what's going on? It's Froggystyles, Mediocre Trader here. You want to open things up real quick?
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's things going? How's everybody feeling today? AMC wasn't looking too bad. I mean, we're starting a little reversal here, it looks like. I'm pretty happy with it. I know it's been trading in a zone back and forth, but I got a couple things I'll show in a little bit. I think people will be interested in. But things are looking decent. You know, I think we found a bottom on AMC. So it's going to be an interesting day, an interesting show. You know, there was a lot of upside today. DWAC had a good day. Some Twitter news stuff, what's going on. So, you know, there's quite a bit of stuff to talk about.
Yep. I'm about to pull up Max Payne here real quick and take a look at a couple different stocks. I'm going to post Max Payne over on Twitter. So anybody wants to see it, he'll be there. First, we're going to start off with AMC. Do a quick review of what exactly happened today. Looked like it spiked up pretty good first thing this morning, and it hit that 1611 line. It came right back down. Then it just kind of consolidated, went to like a slow uptrend, very slow, and now it's like recently retested it. You can see here the cash flow did come in, and it did stay in. The stock should be up in price, and it is. So it's going according to plan. It's technically oversold right now on the 5-minute, and you're waiting for that bounce back up there. Let me see what the 30-minute looks like. It's a little overbought, but it's uptrending, so definitely another good sign. You're about to go. What's this look like here, Mediocre Trader?
Hold on, I'm in a different screen. So, what look like? Looks like
yellow line and green line.
Looks like a cross to the upside on the 1348 there.
Yep. So that means we got some positive momentum there. So definitely a good sign.
On what? That's a 4-hour.
30-minute.
30-minute. All right. I was doing something else. So nice. I'm trying to get the screen shared because I want to show people this as well. So go ahead, keep going. I didn't mean to not pay attention. Oh, there it is. 30 minutes.
Max Payne is 15.50 plus or minus 50 cents. And we're going to check out GME. All that means to me is there's a chance that tomorrow it's going to come down 25 cents. Not even anything to worry about. We do have a lot of room. I can't say a lot of room. We got room to move up to 16 before we start pushing the delta hedging envelope. So wouldn't be surprised if we cross over 16 or just sit right there. Let's go up and check out GME real quick. See what happened to that one. Pretty much the same thing. Oddly, it spiked up in the morning, pretty much the exact same way. Came back down, went right back up, retested whatever this line was. It looks like the 200 moving average is what it's actually kind of running up against. You can see here, there's a little bit extra cash flowing in than there was at the start of the day. That means it should be up, and it is. Again, oversold on the 5-minute. Again, you got the 1348 crossing over. You can see you got 2 touches on that 1348. This is your first touch, or your first attempt to try to come back in and converge. There's your second attempt, and it's going into a cross. So what I'm thinking is we're going to get a bounce up here sometime. It's going to pop higher. Let's go check out our Max Payne. Max Payne is 128 to 130. So we're looking at 129 plus or minus $1. We're going to do DWAC. Actually, we'll do SPY first, just because of the fact that that's kind of one we want to keep an eye on. It's technically an indicator for what we're doing.
Yes.
Same little thing. It spiked up first thing in the morning, but it trended right after and ran straight up. kind of a higher high scenario, but you can see it came back down and sold off. It's got a double dip pattern in here. Most likely that's going to be a bottom, but it has to probably come. I don't know. Was it a double bottom? Possibly that's your double bottom. It might be trying to reestablish that double bottom. You can see it's going to cross over and head back up, but I mean, the way that that blue line is coming in towards that support line at 416, I think there's a good chance it's going to go down there and touch it again. We just changed that. We'll make it 415.82. So I think it's going to go a little bit lower. It would be nice if it actually honored a support right there, so you can have that higher low scenario, which would be bullish, and then you can pop it back up there. And if that one popped, I would think AMC and GME would pop up there too. So we'll be keeping an eye on that one. Right there, that's a sign of an uptrend, but this is after hours, so we don't really count that. But right now it's looking like it's an uptrend, even though it's showing death cross here. I'm thinking it's going to bounce at some point before it actually death crosses. So, like I said, keep an eye on it. If it does not hit this line down here, it's bullish. Let's go check out the max pain on SPY. Well, that's going to be interesting. 420. Pretty much right at 420 is like a perfect. Probably 420 plus or minus $1. That would be DWAC. All right, so we got DWAC is back up to 44.24. It was doing a lot better there at one point. We're looking at 45 to 50, so 47.50 plus or minus 2.5, which is crazy. Got a huge range on it. HYMC will be the last one. We could probably take a look at Twitter too, just to make sure we cover that one. Get all the information out there.
There's some news on that.
That one's going to be important until Elon officially locks that one in. I don't think he's officially bought it. I think it's just.
I heard he threatened to renege on his deal. Would cost him $1 billion. I'm not sure. I have to go find it, but there's something that says that.
Yeah, it's $1 billion. HYMC is currently trading at 147. So I'm not the least bit surprised. Whoa, wait a second. 175 plus or minus a quarter on HYMC. And we'll do Twitter. TWTR. For some reason I always type that one wrong. Twitter is currently at 48.60. It's supposed to go up to 54.20. I'll have to look and see what the news is, if Elon is actually pulling it back out or whatever. But if that goes through, I mean, it's obviously going to jump from 48.59 to 54.20, just because that's the agreed upon price. Earnings is coming up right here, as you can see. That'll be first thing in the morning tomorrow. It's already dipped. So this is normal, but a couple days prior to earnings, a lot of the paranoid people end up selling early because they don't want to deal with the mess that goes into earnings. And that's what looks like is happening here. They're selling off, waiting for the earnings that will happen first thing in the morning, and they'll probably buy in shortly after. So I would expect pretty much nothingness to happen, just because like they haven't really done anything special. So I couldn't see why they would get smoked all of a sudden. But even if they got smoked, I think Elon's price would still hold. So I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen, but I can see the money's going to end up probably popping back in. It would make sense. Once the earnings come out, I would bet it goes over 52 real quick. But that's going to be dependent upon the Elon news. I have to go and check into that to see where that whole contract thing is sitting. 48 to 50 on Twitter is what the max pain is. So we're looking at 49 plus or minus $1. And that is our max pain. It's going to be posted over on Twitter. So if you want to follow that. And let's go get into some chat here and see what we got going on here.
Want to pull up my chart real quick? Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Perfect. I just wanted to show people this. I also use Fibonacci. So if you look right here at 1536 to 1550, that's the golden pocket area. So if you just look at, this is today's chart. So we ran up basically past the $16 resistance level I had, came all the way back down to the lower fib level at 1537, and just look, it just traded back and forth in this zone. So I mean, I think we're pretty good. This is probably bottomish, I think. So I just wanted to point that out. You know, we're in the golden pocket. That's a pretty important Fibonacci level, and we just wanted to put that out there. Let people see it with no indicators on it. This is just today's trade in action. So with that, let's answer some questions, I guess.
Yep. Let me slide that up this side here. We got first question here. Do you agree with others who think June 3rd will be a good time for the squeeze? I mean, the information came from Boss Blunts, and I think Boss Blunts does solid work. So, I mean, right here is the other part of it where it comes from the executive order. So far, the last 2 times that the executive order has been issued, both GME and AMC have popped up. Well, GME the first time, AMC the second time. So, I mean, if history repeats, obviously June 3rd will be a good one. I kind of have faith in what Boss Blunts did for work, and I would say I'm pretty much leaning on that as pretty confident on it. Black Heart says, whatever happened to that Wolfpack rat. I'm not sure if you're talking about the actual program with the rat, or you're talking about CS Trades, but we're going to be addressing some of that stuff tonight in another video. We'll focus on the stock stuff here, but tonight we're going to cover some more of that stuff before I make some more videos about it. But there's definitely more information coming. Tendie Time's in the house. What's up, man?
Hey, Tendie Time, how are you?
We have our the Terrible community and the Terrible community. We have Sugar Kush. I see you, Rhonda. I see you, Mark. Thank you for going down. Mark Collins, thank you for going down the YouTube, and also I don't know what I'm trying to say. Guys, my mind is gone somewhere else. Thank you for going down to YouTube. Appreciate that. Later, I see you up in here. And Mike and Toby, appreciate you guys. Go ahead, Carla, I see you. Thank you, Carla. I see you guys. Appreciate you guys. I know that Froggy's doing his roll call for the stream, but I did get the inbox to you guys would like to leave notice as well. So just want to say hi to you guys. Appreciate you. Go ahead, Jeremy. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Hey, Mediocre Trader. Appreciate you, my guy. Mediocre Trader. Appreciate you.
Let me pull up the max pain because I didn't write any of it down. I just typed it up over here. So let me go pull up my own numbers. Yeah, so AMC is set for 1550. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show people how I figure it, because I don't think that finding max pain should be a science or a secret. I think everybody should know it. So let me pull it up here so you can see what I'm looking at. So here's your max pain site, and I will link it here in chat. There's the max pain. It's already set for AMC. If you come onto this site here, you can scroll down past this first chart right to the second one. You look at the puts, which is the red line. Look at the calls, which is the green line. And you just look, like if you're a market maker, you think about where you'd want to place the max pain line to do the most damage. There's your puts, there's your calls, just split between the two of them, and it blows all the options out, or most of them. So that's pretty much what max pain is. So you're looking at 1550. Well, you come down here, this is usually what people are given, and it's usually like AMC max pain 17, and it's based upon the entire field. Nobody cares about these options out here, but it gets factored in, so that's why this number gets bigger. And that's never the way to do it, because nobody cares about these options here. They only want to know about these two here, because those create the gamma squeeze. So, or a gamma ramp that could at least lead to a gamma squeeze. So that's how you calculate it, and I think everybody should know that for every single day. Let's go over and check out back to our chart. Get in here in a 5 minute and see where we're going. It does look like it's trying to pop up right now. Just has not got there yet. I'm going to go take a peek at the Elon news.
How's everybody in the space call doing?
Oh, Ms. Harris got everybody muted over there.
They good. Some of them just don't like to talk. They hear every day, but they just don't like to talk. I don't know why, but they don't
It's
like
all right.
to talk. You might want to talk? You might want to say hello? You can. Hey. So you know why you want to talk. I don't know why. Appreciate you guys. Sugar Kush talk. We always talk. Go ahead, Sugar Kush. Why are you so nuts today? To school, right?
Hi, Diva, Froggy, Mediocre, all of you guys. How are you guys doing, man?
How's it going,
How
man?
you doing?
Good. Actually, I just, we have another important call. So, I just want to say, thank you. And, we love all the support and for what you guys do and, stand for. But there is a guy, he's running for a Senate election in Illinois. And, it's into this, politics and let these politicians know. And I think, that guy from the sounds of it, it sounds like that guy he's against what Ken Griffin did and all the stuff he's doing. And he's coming on one of the calls Spencer's having at 4 o'clock. So, if we can all, we show our support and, get together and, let these politicians know, like how much we have a lot of power in the number of our votes. If everybody starts realizing that and, let these politicians know that, that we can do a lot of good. And, if they are in our corner and, stand up for the retail. So there's a call at 4 o'clock too, and if you guys get chance, to do that, whenever, whoever gets chance, that'll be good. And he's running for the Senate, and, he said that, Ken Griffin is one of the biggest problems too, because Kenny G is supporting the people in Illinois, giving them a lot of money. So, he can be in the power in Illinois and Chicago. And, we have to make sure that he doesn't get that power, whatever we can, because there are a lot of people from Illinois, the neighboring states, which can make a lot of difference. If we all come together, there's a lot of difference we can make. So, I'll be back if you guys will be still on here. But, I'm going to jump off. I just want to say thank you for, all you, Diva, and, you guys do it. But I'm going to hop off and, have a few questions. I'm going to ask the guy who's running for the Senate and, see, where it goes from there. So thank you, guys.
Yeah, that's good news, man. Hopefully we get someone in there that's actually going to make a difference for us and not for Wall Street.
Yeah, thanks, Sugar Kush.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
One thing I was looking at this morning was the dollar. The dollar ran all the way up to 103.27 before pulling back. And that was like right at the very beginning of the day, about an hour and a half in. And then it pulled back pretty aggressively. And now it's starting to fade back up. So things getting dangerous. That's for sure. I mean, look at that chart. I mean, it's just been steady running up for many days. That's going to cause a problem. Let me check out UVXY. There was something unusual that happened today when I was watching it. See right here, this is, it says 9:50 in the morning. That's based upon Eastern time. You looking at this, Mediocre Trader?
Yeah, I'm watching.
All right, you see how it says 9:50 and you see a green candle?
Let me zoom in. Give me a second. I got that black thing over the thing, so I got to wait a second for it to move. Sorry. I brought it back. Hang on. All right, I see the candle you're on, but it's covered.
All right, it says 9:50 is what time in the morning that it started popping up, basically finding the bottom. Here's the VIX, which it's supposed to be working off of. Now, the VIX is supposed to be the leading indicator to that one. And let's see if I can figure out where the heck it is. Oh, that one actually says 9:52. Let me see. Maybe let's zoom in a little closer just to make sure I got it right here, because I know for a fact this was something goofy. So 9:51 right there.
Yeah.
And it looks like it might be setting up a bottom. 9:52 is when it started to pop up on the VIX. UVXY, which, like I said, is supposed to be like kind of the same thing. It says 9:51. There's no way. I wonder if maybe it was lagging. I don't know. That doesn't make sense, because I remember UVXY started moving up before the VIX did.
Yeah, but you've seen it in real time. That's the difference. You're seeing the finishing candle now. You can't see that from a chart.
Yeah, I know there's a time delay or something with the real time kind of stuff on TradingView. But what I thought was weird was UVXY was popping up before the VIX. And now I'm kind of confused on why it looks like it's the same when it really wasn't the same. That's how I did my prediction earlier. I based it upon UVXY instead of the VIX, because the UVXY was moving before the VIX was, and it actually kind of predicted the market.
Did you catch it live? What I'm asking? Because you know how the candle moves. Well, during its like 1 minute, like 60-second period, it could be, it moves around in there. I don't know what you've seen, so it's hard to say, but I'm saying that it could have moved first, right? And you wouldn't notice after the candle was printed.
I'm going to talk to AJ on that one, because I know what I've seen. But right now it looks like it's the same time frame, which it definitely wasn't. I was like, how come the VIX isn't moving? Oh, yeah, there's a minute later. It popped up a minute later. Felt like much longer than that. I don't know. Never mind. We'll scratch that thought until I figure out why there was a delay on the quote. Because there's a delay on the UVX or on VIX, it's going to make it harder to use the VIX as an indicator to go and pick your entries and exits, if that's one of the indicators you do use.
Yeah. I don't trust them. That's all I can tell you. I never do.
Let's pull up AMC here, see where we closed.
Closed just above the 78.6% fib level. 15.81 is the fib level, and we're above that.
Yeah, it looks like it's trying to make that little bounce. Didn't quite get it.
I think 1585 was the close, right? Yep.
But it's really close to that bounce. Basically, your goal is going to be to get above 1594. Once you break this red line here, even though it's the 1 minute, I mean, we're going to zoom out further and see, oh, your volume is fading. That could just be the way the day was playing out. But still, you're looking at 1611 kind of quickly tomorrow. And I can't see how it wouldn't make it. What we got tomorrow? Bull trap tomorrow. Watch out for that bull trap tomorrow. I don't know how high it's going to go, but it will probably be a bull trap going into a max pain for Friday. Because we already had the bear trap earlier this week. Actually, it looks like we're in a bear trap. Maybe yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was bear trap. Today's the bounce. It's supposed to be the bounce. I'm willing to bet we go to 1660 before it pulls back. There's the bottom. It'll probably smash right through that line, pop right up to here, which isn't even a line. They won't let us go to 17. 1650 before pullback probably. So let's check out Twitter. Still down. DWAC. Just holding in there. SPY. Down. And GME. A little bit up towards the end there. Let's go and see if you got any questions or anything that's popping up here. What's going on, RC Modeler? How you doing? Carl, welcome. Jay, how you doing? Chuck and Sue Ray, how you guys doing? Yeah, it seems like it's going to be a slow day. It doesn't seem like there's much going on, actually. So just kind of hoping for more activity, but it looks like we're kind of already slowing down. We got volume over on GME, almost a mil. It's 1.1. So if I remember, this is exactly what it did before. Volume kind of died out, and then the stock ended up pushing up. But we still got 25 million, which is a pretty decent volume. It's not anything like we're wanting. And I can't remember how low it got before. I could have swore it got under 20 million. Once they got there, then that's where the problem came in. It's hard for them to manipulate with no volume. So that's one of the things that they need is volume. So AMC's up almost 2.5%. There we go. Give me a second here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If anybody's any questions, fire up the questions. Let's see what we got going on.
Sorry, I was behind the scenes sending a couple of text messages.
It's
What's
all
going
good.
on?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Everyone is up in the first call. Will you please go down into the YouTube stream and like it and subscribe to Froggy and the Mediocre Trader? I do see some of those that always in the space. I do see some of y'all down there now, and I really appreciate it. But those who haven't already done that, will you please go down and like and subscribe to Froggy's YouTube channel along with Mediocre Trader's channel? Thank you, guys. I see you, Rick. Thank you, guys.
Here's a question that says, if SPY dips below 400, you think that will trigger anything? Well, if you get underneath that, what is it, 408 or 6 or something? Let me pull up the numbers. There's a certain level that once it gets underneath that support, there's a support right here, 415.92, and then there's another one at like 404 roughly down here, almost 405. Once it breaks underneath that, your next falling point is way down here at like 383, and I'll have to reevaluate it to see if that's even totally accurate. But once you fall under 400, you're definitely falling. So I wouldn't say it's going to quite trigger something, but the problems will get worse.
Yeah, I think
it does cross 400.
I think if we cross 400, we're in trouble. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm sorry. RC Models asking, when you look at PROG,
Yeah.
PROG when you get time.
Down 5% on the day. And it doesn't look like it held that support. Currently in a downtrend still. And no bottom. That might be a bottom established. Let me check and see. Yeah, you might be able to count that as a bottom, but your bounce back is going to be very minimal. You're looking at real small numbers. Let me stretch this out here. So you're looking at a confirmation breakout. If it honors this support and stays there at 85 3/10, if it does pop up, you're looking for a breakout above 88 8/10. So, and then you can, at that breakout point, you can head up to 93 even. So I wouldn't expect it to get all the way there to the A triangle, which is almost a whole dollar, but it could get close to that if the money does flow back in. It lost a good chunk of money in the last couple of days, so that's why it's down.
Want to pull up Facebook, Froggy?
Yeah.
Is Facebook squeezing? Casey's asking, is Facebook squeezing?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think I know why.
Go ahead and explain it.
I'm speculating. I got no proof on this, just my thoughts, but it's the whole Twitter stuff going on with Musk.
Well, you know Elon's not going to buy Facebook.
I don't think that's not what I'm talking about. It's everybody going back to Facebook, I think. Ditching Twitter.
Why would they ditch Twitter if Elon's getting it?
Well, not everybody's an Elon fan.
They probably did good on their earnings. It doesn't show yet.
Is it today or Friday?
Probably.
What's the date? Today's Wednesday. I thought it was Friday.
Right now,
Oh, well, there you go.
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock p.m. Let me convert it over here.
I thought earnings weren't until Friday.
Nope.
That's interesting.
It's 5 o'clock still. Wonder why it's popping up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Clark says, Froggy, what do you think about ARC? EGOS, that's egos. You think that will happen to similar down the road?
What's the ticker?
He said EGOS, but I'm thinking he's typing in egos. So he said EGOS.
Let me pull that one up here.
Yeah, seen on the news they were putting up how to delete your Twitter yesterday.
I don't see an EGOS. I see an EGO and then EOS, but no EGOS. Let me see. Did he send that to you personally?
No, it's in the chat. His name is Clark Barwick. Clark Barwick.
Let me look here and see what we got. ARC EGOS. Not sure. Let me see if that's actually the name. Yeah, I don't see that one. Say, Froggy, what do you think about ARC EGOS? You think that will happen to Citadel down the road? Oh, Artigos. I think he misspelled it. Hopefully. Let's hope that's what's happening. Earnings beat by 16 cents on Facebook. Now look at this. The sell-off on this one happened starting back on the 20th. Here we are 7 days later. It's already been selling off. It's a longer sell-off than normal. So it looks like somebody was selling early and they bought in before the actual earnings announcement. So that's what they usually do to set traps for people. They drive the price down, and then in the after hours, they start buying up the stock to leave people in the dust. So all the people that sold off waiting to get back in, the stock popped up. Now you have to buy in after all those people that are buying right back in right now. So that's one of the dirty tricks about earnings. That's how they make money. You can either ride through or buy in late. Unfortunately, it's popping, so.
When you look at MULN, you get a chance, MULN.
Mullen. I like that
Yeah,
one.
I got it. I see we got Jen in the house. How's it going, Jen? We'll give her the mic whenever she's ready. MULN is up 4.6% right now. Looks like it might be overbought for the short time being, but it did come off that nice bottom over there. So if this does pull back, you're kind of hoping for a bounce when it comes back down a little bit. It kind of does look like the 1348 is starting to like flatten off at the top. I mean, it crossed here and now it's coming back down. So let me check a different time frame, see if I can find something that looks a little bit better here. 2 hours been gold crossed for 8 hours. 8 hour bounce on 4 hour. And the daily hasn't crossed over yet. So we're kind of waiting for more stuff to keep lining up.
I'll pull up AEI real quick when you're done.
Hold on.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's going to sell off short term and pull back a little bit, but I don't think it's going to pull back very far. I mean, all you're doing is breaking trend right now and creating a cycle, but I think you are going to be creating higher lows. It did look like you broke that neckline, and now you're just pulling back. So let's see if we can find your next bounce. I mean, there's one level there. Not sure if I can count that. That's a neckline, which it honored that. And that might be it for that one, because you can't get this one. You don't have the volume for it. So your next target for tomorrow will be 153. But you're going to have a mild pullback just to finish off that cycle. So expect a small dip, and then it would be nice to see it get all the way up to 153. But without the volume, it's going to be tough. But I mean, I think it's going to come down before it goes back up. Not all the way back down, but it looks like it's peaking on its run. We'll see. Let's see if tomorrow it can get up there to 154.
Go ahead, Gio. Go ahead. You can speak now. Hey, Froggy. Hey, Diva. How are you guys doing today?
Oh,
great.
Pretty good.
Cool. That's good. Is it okay if I share something with the room? It's about a upcoming space call.
Yeah, share anything you want.
Okay, awesome, great. Yeah, so 8th election 2022's first space will be tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. Froggystyles will be hosting. I will be co-hosting. We'll be having our U.S. Senate candidate Matt Dubio. I think that's how you say his last name. He's a Republican from Illinois and has been pretty outspoken on social media about Ken Griffin. He's going to be joining us as a special guest speaker tomorrow. So, yeah, I just wanted to let everyone know, set your reminders, and I hope to see you all there. Yeah.
So that's tomorrow? I thought they said it was today.
No, it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow, Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Can you come in tomorrow and remind us again?
I should be able to remember that.
No, I will too. But
I'm actually interested.
Yeah, I'll remind. I got the DM about it. I did get the DM about it, but I didn't know that they just set such a reminder for it, so I did get that. Appreciate that. Very cool. Yeah, I just wanted to share that. So, hope to see y'all there.
Do you think Spence would be okay if I came in and just recorded it in the background and listened? And
yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I'm co-hosting. I don't think Spence has a problem with that either. You might want to, check with him.
Yeah, I'll reach out to Spence.
I can't see him having a problem with it, but you might want to check with him.
Yeah, I'll talk to him and see, because I do kind of want to see what's going on with that, because we need more candidates that stand up for us, and I think this is just the beginning of it.
more ears is more ears.
Exactly. I do want to say that Viper's in here from, he represents 8 radio. He's in here representing for the 8 radio. Him and I do see Eric Stanley here as well. But Viper, thank you for always coming in here from 8 radio. It's always just the one, Ted, Viper, and Jordan, and Lady Katie from 8 radio. Thank you, Viper.
Hey, Viper, you ready for some horseshoes, buddy? You might not talk.
He never talks. He never talks in these face calls, but I do always hear him in his face calls. So let's see if he'll talk this time.
Who is it?
Viper.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give them the mic. They're both welcome to come up and speak.
Hey, Sheldon in here as well. I see him in here as well.
That's where I'm going tonight. Going to play some horseshoes tonight. It's our first outdoor season right now. Starting tonight.
I can't make it tonight, Viper. Sorry.
Over. If you guys don't know, after MOAS, I'm building a structural building for indoor horseshoes for youth. And there's another 8 we're gonna start doing that. Just kind of like a recreational area for people to come down. We're gonna do that one with the bean bags and darts. And we're gonna start a little after school program and potentially if they show any progress, send them to the world and have a pitch in the world. That's what we're planning on doing. But
nice.
Thanks for having me on.
Viper, you know, you're 8 radio's partner, so anytime, the time you spoke, you never speak. I never even speak about 8 radio. Thank you.
I'm a much more serious person than I am on 8 radio. That's all I can say.
We appreciate you, though. We definitely appreciate you, because you are one of Froggy's partners, so 8 radio is one of his partners, so definitely appreciate you guys.
You guys are great. We love Froggy, Mediocre, and all the other guys. The DD's fantastic.
I thank you so much.
Thanks for coming in to do it.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Okay.
Thanks, Viper.
I seen a comment saying Facebook is squeezing. I think it might be too big to squeeze. If something like that did squeeze, boy, it'd be nasty. But now here's one thing that I do want to show. This is one reason why you want to follow Max Payne. So we got Facebook's Max Payne pulled up, and as I always show everybody, you scroll past the first chart, go to the second chart, and for anybody looking, you just take a peek at these numbers that you have here, and here's your puts at 175, and you got 190. So you basically just kind of split between the two, and we'll just play it conservative. We'll pick this one over here, just so we have whole numbers, 170 and 190, put you at a middle Max Payne number of 180, plus or minus 10. Look at the price of the stock. I mean, that's a kind of a telling sign that you're going to probably go up to about 180, and then it kept going. I expect that one to pull back first thing in the morning. If I was a betting man, I would say I would probably put puts on it right now and write it back down to 190. So it's trading at 198 right now. It doesn't matter where it goes tomorrow. That's going to create FOMO. So people will probably buy in, and then it will correct. So there's always a correction anytime something like that happens. You see this blue line right here? This is usually going to tell you right about where it's going to come back, and it says right there 190. So I'm pretty sure this is being way blown out for 16 pennies. So
We have our brother Spence in the space callers right now. Spence, he wants to say something. Is this okay?
What's up, everybody?
hey, Spence, I heard the good news. You got someone coming on tomorrow.
Yeah, and from Illinois, too. I mean, you can't get much better of a result than that. When I was tweeting earlier last week that the apes overall in general should focus on an Illinois Senate seat. So his name's Matt Dubiel. He's a local radio station owner from Elmhurst who basically, from a kid to today, worked his way up from average jobs, went to high school, played football, came out of college, had kids, a wife, all that. He's just like everybody else. He's running for Illinois State Senate, or Illinois U.S. Senate, actually. And he's the first person of any of the candidates I've talked to come out and publicly say, yes, Ken Griffin is a problem. So he's not far away from the city of Chicago. Elmhurst is right on the outside. Yeah. I'm pretty familiar with the area. My buddy's on the Chicago Fire Department there as an EMT. So he's going to come on the call tomorrow. I would love for everybody to come. He said he wants to hear what you all have to say. So we'll bring people in 2 or 3 at a time. You guys can ask him questions. He'll listen to your complaints. Just make sure we use this opportunity to address the key issue that we're all facing, which is the monopoly of Citadel and Susquehanna and how they use Chicago as a stomping grounds to do all their illegal activities.
Now, I was going to ask you for tomorrow, since it's going to be basically your space call, would it be okay if I came in and recorded? And I'd still like to come in and ask some questions too, because I kind of don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
Dude, stream it, record it, share it, get the message out. If we all come to a conclusion, so far, I really like what this guy has had to say. Even if you don't vote in Illinois, if you support him cross-country on Twitter, social media, and get his name out there, that's another average Joe that we can get in the U.S. Senate to fight for Joe Sixpack.
Right, and that's what we need is more people fighting for us. So
he came right out. He's a Republican, and he came right out and said, yes, Ken Griffin is a huge problem. And as a radio station owner, he probably knows all about the Chicago politics and the inner workings of the city. Radio station owners and broadcasters are extremely well connected. So
Spence and Froggy, is it safe to say that the Froggystyles space call is going to be moved over to Spence's tomorrow?
Yeah, we're going to be. We'll probably shut down over here and we'll just go over there, just because I don't want to miss something like this, because we do need. This is important. I mean, it's kind of more important than spending the time on the show and talking stocks. We need someone that's actually going to make a difference, and that's what this guy sounds like he's going to do. So, I mean, he's one small piece of the puzzle. We need more people to step forward doing the same thing. So we should back him and support him. And it's awesome that Spence has it going on over there. So, and Jen.
Yeah, and he came, we found him on Twitter through our little reach out program when I started tweeting about politicians more worried about Musk than Ken Griffin, which today Bill Wang and company went to jail or have been arrested for stock fraud, Ponzi schemes, everything you can name. So now's the time, absolutely 100%, for this community to strike. We have Bill Wang that just went to jail for Archegos. He's going to roll on everybody. He's not going to go to prison for 20 years. You're going to see Ken Griffin in Congress. You're going to see Gabe Plotkin in Congress, Vlad Tenev, all of them, Kathy Woods, everybody. They're all going to be subpoenaed. So if we get the right message out to the new Senate and House candidates for midterms in each state and focus on taking Illinois with a retail-minded politician, we can make a massive, massive wave.
So Spence, can you do me a favor? Can you just shout out your space that was going to be called tomorrow?
Oh yeah, let me.
Yeah.
Do you guys mind if I pin it to the top?
Yeah, send it to me in DM too, and I'll go and write it down, and then I could probably promote it too. And then whenever you start having it, I'll see if I can figure out how to link it, because we need as many eyes on this as possible. Because we need to encourage more of this kind of stuff to happen too.
I'm gonna be silent for a minute as I send the links to you guys. Okay.
All right.
That's good.
Weston, hold tight. Just hold tight, Weston. Once you get done with Spence, and then Eric, and then you. Hold tight, Weston.
Yeah, here's that teledoc. It's getting smashed right now. Looks like earnings came in bad. I know AJ was talking about that one as being, holy cow. Do you see that?
Yeah.
What in the heck happened there?
I don't know. I kind of want to. I'm gonna roast him later, though.
You better send him a screenshot. Like, I bet the farm and I don't even have any chickens. That's insane. It didn't miss by a couple of pennies. It missed by like the entire armored truck. Like that's
He both pinned up at the same time, Spence.
yeah, there it is.
And to the top of the call, tomorrow's upcoming space.
Yeah,
So.
let me go and get a hold of that.
I had some news for you too, Froggy, that you're gonna love.
Oh, what do you got?
You're gonna think it's hilarious. So there's a anti-HYMC shell kicking around on Facebook or on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Donald F. He's just completely just out of it, right?
Yeah.
Well, Blue Ice popped back up on that tweet and started talking smoke about HYMC again. So I got on and said, hey, aren't you the guy that said to sell AMC at $16 and it ran to 34?
Yep.
So Blue Ice is back in the waters for everybody that wants to know if you want to come back and thank him for his terrible financial advice.
Isn't that Jim Cramer's brother?
I don't know the whole story behind him other than him and Lou and some other dude are running together, which I think you guys covered a lot. But the fact that he was so wrong on AMC and is now coming back for Highcroft is absolutely hilarious.
Now, when I say it's Jim Cramer's brother, I mean that in sarcasm. It's probably not close. But, the bad choices run in the family, it looks like.
Apparently, because Jim Cramer, Jim Cramer's analyst was on one of Tara's space calls one time, and we were talking to him, and he was cool or whatever, but he just couldn't come to terms that Jim Cramer's a complete fraud. And they're actually the ones that kind of talked me out of my Facebook short position at $333.
Yeah.
I would have made a fortune if I wouldn't have listened to them. So,
yeah, it pretty much now almost everybody's starting to catch on. Jim Cramer is like the opposite of what you should be doing. So
yeah, he's paid to. He's paid to tell people to make the wrong investment decisions because they want to push bad 401k investment decisions because that's where they get all their money from when they crash the market and run off to the Cayman Islands, man.
See, that's one thing.
I agree with you, Spence.
We'll go blow up a country for, weapons of mass destruction, but we won't touch the Cayman Islands that have like trillions of dollars that have been stolen from the country. I'm like, what is that? Like an intentional safe haven? Like they agree that they won't do what's best for the country? Go down and get our money back.
Well, it's globalism at its finest, man.
Oh, it is. Like, where's the IMF located?
Well, look what happened with Cuba back in the 80s. The Cubans' own government set up the circumstances to hand everything over to Castro, but only after they took massive investments from American corporations and American politics. The Cuban overthrow back in the 80s was one of the worst, or not the 80s, whatever time it was when Castro took over, was one of the worst financial disasters we've faced in a while because they literally drew everybody in to invest in the country, and then the government just said, oh, we lost, we're walking away, sorry about all your money, and then Castro took charge, and then now we have what we have today. So don't ever think that the leader of a country will not sell out that country for money. money runs the world, and it's really sad to see. That's why I like what's going on with Matt Dubiel, because I hope I'm saying his name right. He's just Joe Sixpack, man. He's a lot like us. Very easy to talk to. He's got a wife and kids. You know, he's got his cars that he doesn't have a big, like, fancy car, big fancy house. He's just a dude, man. And we need more people like that in the Senate and in the House. We need teachers and scientists and doctors. And it doesn't even matter if you work at Taco Bell. If your best interest is for the country and the well-being of the people, then we need you in the government.
We need better people in government, like not lifelong politicians either. Like that mess that we have in there now is the problem.
Yeah, it has to
They're
be.
so comfortable, like they're getting so comfortable at doing their job, they're actually not doing just their job.
There's a correlation between time frame spent in power and your moral compass changing to compensate for the amount of power you have.
100%.
When people get away with something for a little bit, it changes them completely. These Congress people, Nancy Pelosi is a freaking vampire, man. She's so old and so out of touch, and is the 1960s politics that has done nothing but destroy the moral fiber of this country for the past 40 years. We need real people in politics that are going to understand and comprehend what people are feeling in the current time frame.
Hey, Spence, I don't disagree with you at all, but can you do me a favor? Just add in Mitch McConnell to that too. So it's not.
He's bad.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Mitch McConnell is a zombie, dude. The dude, I think Mitch McConnell has so much bad dirt on him that he has to do what he's told in the Senate, in Congress. I don't believe he actually does anything of his own free will. That's like with all these other politicians. They've been in so long, there's so much dirt on them that at any time, China or Russia or whoever could release it and put them in jail. They're all compromised.
I think so. I think part of the Epstein thing, I think that was like a big blackmail ring or whatever that you call it. I think that's what they were doing, was blackmailing people. And the whole thing is just sick. And I don't even understand why people haven't got arrested from that. So the justice system is so weak. Like, I haven't heard of anybody major getting arrested for anything, period. And I think that's why so much corruption goes on. It's almost like this system is pushed back against the people, and now they're defending it. Like, not the people, but the justice system is defending by not doing anything.
Oh, yeah. Just so people don't think I'm left or right or whatever, I'll tell you right now that George Bush was probably the biggest disaster of a president this country has ever had.
Yeah,
I agree.
We are in debt. We have lost lives and horrible foreign relations because of his generational geopolitical agenda that he got from his dad. We had no reason, and I went to combat in Iraq. Going there, we had no reason to be there whatsoever, and that's me as a soldier who went. So it's time for people to take back politics, that's for sure.
I agree 100%. Long overdue.
I have a question from Weston W. He says, oh, I'm sorry, Eric. Hold tight, Eric. I'm sorry. This is from Weston W. It says, Froggy, I paid for poll prescriptions of TradingView. What's the 3 indicators you have on your charts called? ? I'm trying to learn the cash flow coming in ATER. What's the one under the MACD, please?
Oh, that's the money indicator. That's the one that I won't be giving out until like after the squeeze. It's a special indicator that I got. Like I said, I'll be giving that one out after the squeeze. But for right now, I mean, you can use the OBV. It will work similar too. It's that on balance volume or whatever it's called. It will get you pretty close to the same thing.
Hey, this is from Justin. He says, Froggy, just talk on Tesla, please. Thank you. And then Eric, you can be next. After Froggy, this is talk on Tesla, please. Thank you.
Well, it did get hammered today at one point. I know there was a big thing going on about how bad it got smacked yesterday to today. There was something about the options. I can't remember which one it was, but like the put options, I guess were up like 400%. Right now you got a buy check mark. It does look like it's kind of stabilizing right about where it's at. Trying to get that line. We're looking to see.
Hey, Froggy.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, all right, man. Also keep in mind, man, supposedly he took out a $12.5 billion loan against the company, man.
Elon did?
Yes, sir. You can backtrack my info, though, but I saw it today. I can't recall exactly where I saw it, but I saw it today. You don't have to take my word for it, though.
That's strange. I wonder if that has something to do with Twitter.
Yeah, supposedly to buy Twitter. That's why he did it.
Yeah, that's not too bad of a deal. They'll pay that back quite easy.
Yeah, Twitter makes like $3.4 billion a year. That's per 2019, anyways. So what? 5 years? Not even that. I actually think Musk will probably introduce some new form of Twitter to increase revenues.
Yep.
And they'll get some of their ad revenue back from corporations once they get rid of the bot army.
Now, he was talking about the verification thing for $3 or something like that, and I already like that. I'd probably pay for it. I'd even pay for it if Elon bought it just because it would be considered free speech. I'd pay to support if it was only $3. So
yeah, well, hopefully he mixes it with Twitter Blue. You buy Twitter Blue, you get the extra options, and you're verified. That's wonderful. I will gladly pay. I'll pay that all day.
how much is it for Twitter Blue?
I think it's $2.99. I would assume if he's going to do that, he'll add an edit button to Twitter Blue instead of the 30-second delay to check your tweet before you send it. I'm pretty sure he'll add an edit button and a verification method, and Twitter will become a self-sustaining operation based on membership fee, which I like.
Yeah.
Okay, Eric Stanley has a question. Go ahead, sir.
Not necessarily a question, but something relevant to what y'all are doing. After my AMC Ideas call at 2 o'clock, I put on the AMC Ideas tar and feather call. So this call is going to be collecting information state by state of each senator, each representative, state by state, the primary candidates, and what positions they hold towards retail investors and individual investors, and whether or not they're on our side or on the hedge fund side. And I'm going to do a detailed list of it, look through the dirt, see what paper trails are on these candidates and already incumbent representatives and senators, see which one of them took money from hedge funds for the campaigns. I'm going to be looking for all this information and having research and due diligence done on each one of these candidates and the primary candidates. So I'm going to be building a team to do that with. That space call is on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern. If you'd like to bring in your candidate or the primary candidates who are running for office, so I can put them on this list so we can get our research team doing the due diligence on them, that would be very nice.
I like that. Who is that speaking? Is that Eric?
Yes, Eric Stanley. Yes.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find you on Twitter because I want to make sure. So you're doing one every day, or you're going to try to do them quite often?
I do the AMC Ideas Station 7 to 9 on Tuesday and Thursday, and then at 11 a.m. on Sunday, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern, and then at 2 p.m. Eastern, I change it into AMC Ideas Tar and Feather. That's basically exposing these politicians who've been wrecking our system, along with checking out primary candidates who are good for our system and the candidates that are incumbent who are already on our side. So I want to build this list state by state. You know, we have apes all over the United
Did I crash?
They might have.
Yep, it crashed. Give me a second. I'm going to go right back in. Oh, I told it to wait. Wrong button. Well, shoot. Yeah, Musk borrows 12.5 billion. So, wow. Hold on. Space called broken.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, that's no bueno.
It's frozen on my phone. I can't do anything with it.
Interesting.
Yep. Let me promote this for tomorrow.
See if I can't look through some comments here.
Ooh, I popped up all kinds of weird stuff. What's going on here? All right, let me close that up and get right back in there. It's kind of nice having a co-host because they keep the space call open, so all I got to do is hop out and back in.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through comments trying to find something to say right now.
It shows I'm still in there. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I ended up crashing. It looks like people are leaving the space call.
So earlier today, I got to bring up this comment because it's funny. So earlier today, Casey, I was in Casey Shaw's channel, and he was talking about blowholes in the ocean that he goes swimming in. So I made a comment on Casey Shaw's channel. I'm not going to repeat the comment, but it was about people in the community being blowholes. I'll just say that, right? So Jay Beeps says the whole Congress is loaded with blowholes. Good job. Great comment. So I thought I'd share that one. That's what I found. I don't disagree.
Not sure what happened. Did my entire space call crash? Give me a second. I'm actually gonna end that one. So it looks like that's what happened.
Yep. Maybe Elon will fix that, you know?
All the problem is they don't have enough RAM on their server to run all this stuff. And that's why you're having such crash issues.
Thank you, Koba. Koba says that the Twitter feed ended.
Yeah, Aaron shut down. I'm gonna restart it. That sucks because like that guy was like important to talk to.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Twitter pulling shenanigans.
On their way out the door.
Yeah.
Twitter employees are sweating bullets right now.
Well, you know, if Elon takes it private, they're going to be toast within like minutes.
I would think that he moves it to Texas and puts in new people in place. Just my thoughts, you know.
If I was Elon, I'd fire almost every single one of them and get loyal people in there.
Bobby says, "Hey Froggy, I direct message you the Tesla info."
Yep, I got it. I'm trying to figure out how to pull it up and share it. Give me a second.
You got it.
I think that's still important to have here.
That's Eric Stanley. He does follow you. You follow him as well.
Yeah.
We're just talking about that information.
Let me see if this message shows up here. No, it didn't.
Welcome back, Miss Harris.
Nice to see you, Mediocre. You were missed yesterday.
I tried. That's why I came in the chat. I tried. I was very busy.
Oh, no. I understand that, but I'm saying you were missed. I'm usually like,
I
just
appreciate it.
having you around every day now. But you were just missed. It was all good.
Let me see what this is.
Give me a second. I'm going to put that Elon thing up on Twitter. I just got to crop it real quick. Because it wouldn't let me share it without something goofy here.
Everyone is in a space coming out. It was an error that happened, but he restarted it. So hopefully all those that were in here will come back. It was over. I think it's like 120 something that was in here. So hopefully they'll come back.
Yeah, we had a good group there. It's just Twitter and their goofy quirks. I've had so many space calls crash. It's insane. There we go. I put a blurry version of that message. I thought it was going to be better than that, but at least the message still gets out there. Musk borrowed $12.5 billion. So that's all that matters. We got the information out there.
Did you see the Elon tweet?
Nope. We got one of those too.
Yeah.
He's been saying a lot of stuff. Let me see what we got going
Let me
on here.
separate this. Oh, you got it. You pulled it up. Want me to send you a link?
Which tweet are you looking for? He's got a whole bunch of them.
It says, for Twitter to deserve public trust, it must be politically neutral, which effectively means upsetting the far right and the far left equally.
Yeah,
I agree.
fact. Let me retweet that.
Yep. Casey Shaw sent me that in a text message just so everybody knows.
Eric is back. My screen looked good. Let me connect them.
Cool. Yeah, it sucks when that happens. Oh, it says over here on Twitter, you might like, and it has Bill Gates. It must be kidding. We won't be adding him anytime soon. Let me see. We got more stuff here.
He's probably doing something with his kids right now. When he's busy with his kids, like I sent it to him, but when he's busy with his kids, he has to take the mic. And when he's unbusy, he'll grab the mic. So hopefully he'll grab the mic.
Elon says, Truth Social, terrible name, exists because Twitter censored free speech. Yeah, that's kind of true. Let's go back and check out what we were looking at there. Facebook. And they're still popping 202. So apparently that 16 pennies is making it go vertical. Like I said, I think it's going to be overbought. So I would not be the least bit surprised if it does come back down. It is actually holding pretty good right now. So this will be interesting on how tomorrow turns out for Facebook.
Okay, go ahead, Eric. Eric's ready to speak. Go ahead, sir.
All right, I just heard you say you need to grab the mic, so I got back on the mic.
Yep, Twitter crashed.
No, go ahead and finish what you were saying about what you're doing from state to state.
Did y'all not hear me? Did it crash before that happened?
Yeah, you were mentioning that that's what you were trying to do, and then all of a sudden it crashed, like probably just the very beginning of your speech.
Okay. Basically, I'm just compiling a list of every senator and every representative, state by state, primary candidates, and checking the credentials on whether or not they took money from hedge funds, whether they're on our side, whether they're on the side of retail, are they for market reform and financial and economic reform. We're going to be doing research and due diligence on these candidates and the incumbents, senators, Congress people from state by state. We're going to build a team and have people doing it, whether it be, this team does 2 states, this team does 2 states, so we're going to break it down and we're going to get as much information on these candidates as we can, even in the primaries, to see, what's the best way for us to, attack this thing. What's the best way for us to go about it? It'll not only give us the information on all the candidates, but it'll give the information to all the 8 to where we'll know who is on our side and who to vote for in these upcoming elections.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have a good, thorough vetting process on all these people so we don't get these weirdos in there that is like for Wall Street. So I think it's a good thing what you're doing, because even getting out the proper information, we're not going to get that from the media. So, I mean, if we can get word of mouth to spread, like, hey, this one's on our side, that's all it should matter. And once we can get enough people noticing, or even at least keeping tabs of who's doing what, that's important. We should basically have a checklist.
Yeah, the 1 and 8 radio are in on this too. They're going to be vetting politicians as well, so that'll be a big help with this. My space will be 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon Eastern time. You'll be basically just in there doing the work on these politicians, and I'm going to be taking them to compile and putting all the information on a list, trying to get this out to everybody. I want to get it documented and turn it into a PDF document. That way each person can just take this document, download it, look at it, check it out, look at their politicians in their state, see what they've done, look at their voting record, look at the financial records. How much money have they made in their time in Congress off of their salary, off of their investment? That's something that, should be important. How do they become multimillionaires in 4 to 8 years? You look at Dan Crenshaw, been in office a very short amount of time. He's number 1 on the trading list. So this is what we need to look at, is how are these politicians getting so much money so fast?
Oh, so, you guys are definitely onto something there, because if politicians had little stickers on them, kind of like NASCAR does, you would see all their sponsored donors, and it would probably be sickening. So I think what you're doing is brilliant.
Well, it's about team building. We need teams in each area researching their own senators and representatives, researching their own primaries. Who's in their primary, who's running each district, or representative for Congress. We need to know who these people are, their backgrounds, where they came from. Thank you, man. And everything that goes into that. So, that's one of the biggest issues that I found, when it comes to voting, is we don't have the knowledge. The only thing we hear is what they say at a podium, and we should be digging into, their records. We should be digging into what they did in the past. How do they live life? How do they deal with their own finances? What have they done? Did they have public office before in their own states and cities? Were they on any committees in their own, like a city council? What did they do there? Did they make their city better before they were for senator? These are the things that people need to know about them. If they have a record of running for public office before, what did they do? Did they make that area better? These are the things that people should know about before they cast that vote.
Now, here's a good thing about what you're doing too. People like that, usually they need like more eyes on them, and they usually spend money to try to get recognized. They can come on here for free and explain who they are and talk about themselves, and go through the whole vetting process, and it's pretty much free. So I think it's a great thing because, like, even if we basically vetted one that we didn't like, brought them on, and got to know them more, at least we could say, hey, look, this is this person, that's that person, and this one's for the retail, this one here is more for Wall Street. I mean, that I think in itself would make a big difference, that you can still check them all and then still come up with a better pick for the people, kind of thing.
Yes, I mean, I'm a libertarian. I'm a conservative libertarian, okay? But I look through my own state representatives and senators, and only one of them has been abiding by the trading laws and the financial laws that are required of a representative of the state of Georgia, and that's John Ossoff. He's not somebody that I politically lean towards, but he is a person who is on our side, on the financial side of this, on the economic side of this. So what I try to explain to people is it doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat or an independent, libertarian, or whatever. If the economy collapses, it doesn't matter what your stance is on this, that, or the other. That's the backbone of our country. So we have to keep our financial system running in the best way possible. And the only way to do that is to get honest politicians in there who are not taking bribes and lobbying money and special interest money to get laws and regulations passed so they can cheat the system. So
And lobbyists.
it doesn't really matter what side they're on, as long as they're on the side of, honesty.
Oh, sorry, guys. I forgot to put that link up. Let me see if I can figure out how to get that again.
I agree with and lobbyists. You should be able to lobby. At least big corporations, in my opinion. But I just want to address the question that was in the chat. I don't know who typed it, but I don't believe in any speech that's hurtful to anybody. Number one, I believe do unto others as you want done to yourself. That's how I believe. Whether it's vocal or physical, doesn't matter. Do unto others as you want done to yourself. And that's the motto I stand by, period. So there was a question asked to me, and I figured I would address it.
I do see your body helps you, Eric. Mike, probably he wants you to check your DM. He sent you something. He just wants you to check your DM.
All right. Give me 1 second.
No, he wants Froggy to check his DM. Mike usually was on a space call in the YouTube channel saying, Froggy, he needs you to check your DM. He sent you something.
Who is it that sent it?
Mike.
I got it. I got it.
Okay. I didn't want to say what it's about. Yes. Okay. You got it, Mike. I see the iHuddle guy, Robert Professional Laws, up in here. Hold on a second. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, Mike. These guys do really great space calls for AMC ideals. They be packed too with people. Anyone can join them for the AMC ideals. They also do it with the ones always in there. I think 8 videos always in there. You guys need to check it out. I mean, you can just voice your opinion. They don't like negativity. They don't like anyone coming negative. So if you say, oh, that's whack, Eric's going to shut you down and say that. It doesn't matter if you think it's whack. I want to put it on here. So he will shut you down if you come in there with negativity. But you guys need to try it out. He usually do it on Tuesdays. Am I right, Eric? Tuesday and Sunday?
You're welcome, Larry Lewis.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me fix my space call real quick because incoming call messes up my speaker setup.
No problem.
All right, there we go.
Beverly says George H. and W. Bush are actually named. Never mind. Let me see what else we got. Apes vs. Wall Street says, "Hey, at Froggy, what's up with GME?"
Yeah.
Jimmy, you mean GME?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on, let me go pull that one up here real quick. It didn't really do too much today. You can see down here, there's the money indicator showing that the cash did flow in, and the stock was only up 1.7%. It should have definitely been up on the day, but it probably should have been a little bit higher. It is a little oversold going into a cross, but it's on a 3-minute. Let's get the 30-minute. Still uptrending. There it is. We got gold cross on GME 2-hour. I would expect it to continue to trend upward, or at least start moving up tomorrow more than what it did today. So let's see if I can figure out where it's going to go. We got a limit of 135.53, and I can't remember what I picked for Max Payne. Let me pull it up real quick. Max Payne for GME is 129 plus or minus $1. So let me see what they give for a range over there. In my opinion, I think it's going to go bull trap next, which means it's going to go past what Max Payne is and then come back. So right there, you can see there's no way they're going to let it go 140. 135 is a possibility, but they'll probably stop it short. They'll probably let it cross 130 and then pull it back into Max Payne. So between 130 and 135 would be their teaser, because the week's not over. Max Payne only really makes a big difference on a Friday, but you can still use it every day for trading. So Max Payne on Friday is actually how they ruin the most options. So that's when true Max Payne actually settles in. But I think they're going to move it higher tomorrow anyways. So expect a couple dollars move upward. That's my bets on that one.
Bobby has a question.
Hey, what's going on, Bobby?
Hey, Frog, I was just going to let you know that I sent a complete article to you on your Discord. That way you have the full article where you can look at it your own, whenever you get ready at your own time. That's all.
All right, let me check out, see what you got there. Oh, I see it, the full thing. Yep, nice. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So since the Discord came up, I just want to say, everybody, you should check out the Discords. Froggy's in my own. Just jump on there. There's a lot of information there. And that's pretty much all I got to say. If you'd like to join, go ahead. It's free to join, and check us out.
There's a lot of good comments here. Let me pull up this one here. It says the layer 0. I would hope everyone has everyone is a fan or a free speech fan. You would think that people would like free speech. I mean, I would kind of hope that there's a lot more people on board with that. I'd be shocked that there's people like tired of free speech and they want to get rid of it. But I don't know. I've seen some strange stuff. But I would think that most people like free speech. Koba says, once we learn 1348 properly, we can implement it into our trading. Mediocre specialized in the 1348, and he will teach you, and we go learn together. Yeah, pretty much. So definitely go check out Mediocre.
Speak for yourself, Koba. Don't say specialized.
You have to ask the question. Koba's in here want to ask the question. Go ahead, Koba.
How you doing today, guys?
How's it going, man?
What's up, Koba?
Yeah, I'm not much of a talker. I'm more of a listener, but I just wanted to reach out for a few things. Mr. Stanley, that was an absolutely powerful message that you just put out. And, you know, those who don't know Eric Stanley, he does a lot for the community. And, you know, I have nothing but good things to say about that. And after what you just said about the movement he's about to take part in or run, that was powerful to me, and that's excellent.
Yeah.
So the other thing I want to say is, you know, Mediocre brought up the Discord and stuff like that. So I've been coming around for 4 or 5 months. My friend the Viper down there, he got me involved with AMC and you know, and Ape Radio. Shout out to them too. And you know, things have just took off from that point. And thank you for that, Viper. Because I am a dedicated ape at this point, you know. And, you know, Froggy and Mediocre, I also want to thank you both very much for doing what you do on a daily basis. You know, a couple months back, I reached out to, you know, Froggy and Mediocre because I want to learn how to trade, you know. I just don't want to sit in rooms and not learn. I want to learn. So, you know, they directed me to their Discords, and you guys have been teaching me a lot of stuff, and I want to thank you both for that. And, you know, basically, you know, we belong to a wonderful movement, you know. Apes are a good family that stick together, and I'm proud to be part of, you know, so thank you guys for everything. And I'll just step down. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, thanks, Kobo. I appreciate everything that you said.
Yeah, thank you, Koba, buddy. Appreciate you, my friend.
I see some people from the space cars that have not went down into the YouTube channel. Please go down to the YouTube channel. Please, everyone, like and subscribe to Froggy and to the Mediocre Trader channel. We definitely appreciate you. Yes, if you haven't done that already, please do so. Please do so. Like and subscribe. Don't just come from the space cars. I understand some of you guys don't like talking. It's okay. It's okay. But can you just go down into the channel and like and subscribe? It does help. It does really help out Froggy. It does show your appreciation for him. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Ms. Harris.
Questions here. I always like Beverly's comments because she's always like she sees everything that's going on, and her comments are always on point. It's like she could pretty much be her own news channel because every comment she says I pretty much agree with. It says, I'm not on Twitter and not sure if I will go back. How does one follow Spencer? I'm not exactly sure how you could follow him off of Twitter, but I think you can follow him on his
YouTube.
YouTube.
Every time he's on Twitter, you can follow. He has a live on his YouTube. His YouTube channel is Froggy Stomps.
Yeah.
STONKS. Froggy Stomps. Beverly, Miss Beverly. Froggy Stomps. Every time he comes on, regardless of we want to talk about something, if he only has 2 people in there, he keeps it up. If you have 11 people in there, he keeps it up. So it's Froggy Stomps on YouTube.
There it is. I've linked it in chat, so you, anybody's
I got him.
grab it. There it is for you too.
Froggy, David, I have an actual list of that Viper sent me, all of the senators and representatives in Congress. If y'all would like that, I can post it up there.
Yeah, go ahead and post it. Do you have my DM, or can you DM that to me over on Twitter? Because I'd like to share it over there to make sure it gets up there.
Eric?
I know Space Call's linked to Twitter, but it's only usable on the phone. Actually, let me see if I can.
Yes, give me 1 second.
See if it gives me the option to link it.
You guys really do check out their space calls for the AMC ideals. You guys will really like it. And you also support AMC as far as what you want to see done. And according to Eric and Mike and all those guys and that guy, his name is called That Guy for real. They sent AMC, they sent Adam Aaron just listen to some of their ideas. And they hand walk in there to them. They had someone from their ideals hand walk everything in there to make sure they get it. They don't go, oh yeah, it was mail. No. They hand walk it in that office. So you guys want to check it out. He said Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think he said something about Sunday. I'm not sure, but I know it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'm in there with them on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern, and Sunday morning, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern. And then for 2 p.m. Eastern only is the political side with Tara Pepper.
But you forgive me, you excuses me on Sunday, so we're good. You know about my Sundays. I already DM'd you about that, so we're good. You excuse me on Sundays.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Let me pull up a couple more questions we got here.
Can you check and see why it's Facebook? Hayden, let me see here. Hayden, oh wow, I'm a glass. Hayden J. Real Estate. Hayden J. Real Estate says, what's going on with Facebook? Can you please look at it? Is there a false earnings report? Do you mind looking at Facebook, Froggy?
Yeah, it ended up beating earnings by 16 cents, so I decided to spike up. So, I mean, apparently that was good enough to make it run. There was a major sell-off leading into earnings, so it's like an overcorrection. So I don't think it's going to hold this level. I think it's way overbought right now. Wait until the market kicks in and you get all the profit takers and stuff. It'll offset that price, but I don't know where it's going to come back to. I'm guessing 190, but we'll see. I mean, for right now, it's definitely cooking. So Kathy says, were we getting a link for Spencer? I did. I think I did post that.
I posted on my YouTube as well.
Beverly says politicians are selected, not elected. I believe that too.
Yep.
The Layer Zero says the justice system.
I'm sorry. I think Froggy's going to stream it tomorrow. Are you going to stream tomorrow, Froggy, the spent call?
Yeah, I'll host my own up until about 10 minutes till, or maybe 5 till, and then I'll shut it down and I'll go over to Spence's, and I'll just basically broadcast what he's doing over there and stuff like that, because I'll probably try to step in and ask maybe a couple questions or something like that. So, but.
Okay, so will they be able to see it on your channel, though? Like, are you going to, like, you know how Mediocres right now? Will they be able to see it? Okay.
Yeah, it'll be the same thing we're doing here, except for right now, this is like the Froggystyles show, Space Call, and we'll actually be hopping in over there, and we'll just broadcast it here on YouTube. So, and then we'll see what that guy has to say, and hopefully it's all good stuff, and we'll get to know one person's on our side out of I don't want to call him a politician, but I mean, that's like the general term you call them all when they're trying to get elected, is we got a politician that might be on our side. So I think it's a good thing. I think seeing who we're voting for and getting to understand where they stand, I think that is very important. So I think this is just the beginning of basically change that needed to come.
So we need more public servants instead of politicians.
100%.
That's what we're supposed to have, public servants.
Yeah, I think our public servants think that they're on top of the game. They're actually supposed to work for us, and they need to learn real quick. Beverly says, both Bush's NWO Skull and Bone Society groomed. Yeah, I've heard about the skull and bones stuff, and it used to be considered conspiracy theory. Now it turns out to be more reality. So it's kind of funny how all that stuff works out.
The only kings and queens in America are we the people.
Yep, we're supposed to be the top. They spun everything to make it sound like, we're bad by for thinking that we're supposed to be the upper class. We technically are supposed to be, because the middle class is what I don't want to say it's what makes the country great, but if you destroy the middle class, you have pretty much nothing. Gotta have a middle class. I don't even know where they came up with the term middle class anyways. Like, the middle class is supposed to be the upper class. So I don't even know where they're getting all that stuff anyways.
Froggy. Peyton J said, definitely ask Matt, where is he getting his support to fund his campaign?
Yeah, that'll be one question we should definitely be asking. Yeah, definitely tomorrow, make sure you guys stop in. I mean, I'll be hopping into the space call, and then I can provide links and stuff to it so more people can get over there. But we definitely want the message to be heard. And then if there's questions to be asked, I mean, definitely ask them, because I'm not sure how many chances we'll get to talk to him again. Hopefully he comes back a couple more times. Dino Mike says,
if you're on YouTube, if you're on the YouTube channel tomorrow and you're not in the Twitter space and you want to ask questions, you can ask them in chat, and Froggy and I will try and get them answered.
Dino Mike says, shouldn't have to pay for free speech we deserve. I agree. There's a lot of things we shouldn't have to do, but I mean, if you don't do something, we might lose something. And that's kind of the way I'm looking at it. If we don't start taking a stand now, I mean, we might put this burden on our kids to have to take a stand. And I think we're angry enough now. I think we should be making changes now, because we're already tired of what's going on. I don't want to leave it up to our kids to change the world when we can clearly do it now.
Exactly.
Hayden J says, no doubt Kenny G donated to Biden. The way this market is being run, it's all crooked. Yeah. I didn't know if Kenny G actually did donate to Biden, but I mean, I don't doubt it. From what I understand, I think he pays both sides, because he wants to make sure he's got a hand in the cookie jar. So both cookie jars. Eric says he's saying that because Twitter and Truth are about to merge. That would be a real interesting story if that's true.
That's my thoughts.
Well, because Trump is having a hard time getting the SEC to okay him to come forward and merge. So doing it that way I would think it would make sense. It might happen. APESVSWALLSTREET says, what's up, everybody? How's it going, man? George H. and W. Bush are actually named, was that Scariff? I don't know if they have a different name or not. I'm not that deep into the Bushes. I think they're both kind of turds. I never liked either one of them. I don't think they really did anything good for this country either. So it's really tough to want to dig into them, because everything you see that they do is not really smart or good or for the people. Synthetic says, looking at Twitter puts for 3 weeks out, got the 50 strike. That I don't know. I don't want to say anything about that one, because since the deal isn't completely finalized, I mean, it could go either which way. So you're basically playing the betting game at this point. Either it goes to 54 or it tanks. So you could be right. Hopefully those puts are cheap. Apes vs. Wall Street says, are you going to be on for a while, Froggy? I'm actually going to be getting off here in about like 10 minutes. But I plan on coming back later. I got more stuff to address about the CS Trades stuff that's going on. So we'll be making another little video. Just got to go and cover it just to keep things up to date.
Everyone is up in the States. Please go down into the YouTube channel and like and subscribe to Froggy's channel and the Mediocre Trader channel as well. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Hayden J says, why is Facebook doing well? It doesn't make sense. First, they leak a false earnings report, which I didn't get to see that one. Then it has a slow quarter. Now it's killing it. WTF, crooked stuff. Yeah, that's when you start seeing inconsistency on things and unusual stuff. I mean, it does kind of look like they did a poop and scoop on Facebook where they dipped the price, went into earnings, pumped it, and somebody's making money because anybody that did sell going into this, I mean, for some reason they're going to think that they should be buying tomorrow. I wouldn't touch it. I would wait for it to fall back at this point. But this is one of their games they play. They driven down during the market, and then it's being pumped in the after hours. And then whoever jumps on that ride, it's just going to fall over on them. I don't think it's going to go up much. I don't think it's going to stay over $200 tomorrow. So I'll be keeping an eye on it just because of the fact that I'm, making that as a prediction, and I want to see how close I am on it. But yeah, the manipulation is real, and you can clearly see it. So that's the problem. The people that get hurt is the retail. SEC's not doing their job. That's obvious what that is. Yeah, there's the link to Spence's YouTube, just in case you didn't get it. I just scrolled across it. Tarek says, is the market correction over, or we might see further sell-off towards the end of the week? I think we're going into a bull trap. So I think we're going to go up tomorrow and then do a small pullback on Friday. It won't be at this level. It's going to be probably higher than where it's at right now. So it's just one of their games. That's just how they play things. They dip it or they pump it at the beginning of the week, and then they do the opposite for the next 2 days. So first 2 days, look for one trap. Look for 2 days later, which is Thursday, the other trap, and then factor in Max Payne for Friday. They do it pretty much every week. I call it the funnel theory because it's one way they funnel money into the Friday, and then they just beat people with Max Payne, take all your money. It should be criminal, but it's probably legal because of the way the rules are done.
He who makes the rules can also break them. I think that's what we're seeing.
Might not have to break them if they paid enough politicians to go put the right rules in there for them.
Exactly, that too.
I mean, look at that rehypothecation. Like, I can't believe that's even a legal thing where you can lend out more than the float of shares. You can lend out the same share twice. That's crazy.
Jeremy, can you see where AMC will be at tomorrow, please?
Yep. We're looking to try to get up to 1613. If you can get that crossed, then you can be headed up to 1659. I don't think it's going to cross. I think it's going to go up there and touch or get pretty close to 16.13. And then for Friday, max pain will come back down to about where it's at right now. So we're just in the end of the week cycle. Like I said, it's just going to curl over and come back down a little bit and park itself right there. Let me see what the 2 hour is showing on it. Yeah, it's showing it's going to pop up tomorrow. So I would definitely count that as being, I don't know how many pennies it's going to go though, but it's definitely going to pop up tomorrow. After hours is already moving. So doesn't mean just because it moves in the after hours that it's going to go up, but the trend is still going up. So if they go up in the after hours, everybody that buys in tomorrow is going to be basically chasing. So that's why they do that stuff pre-market and after hours.
So I got a message from Spence. He said, guys, you do not want to miss tomorrow. It's going to be fantastic. You do not want to miss it. That's from Spence to you, Froggy.
Yep, I definitely want to see it. That's for sure.
And I have one from Eric. He says, guys, you have to go through this kiss. But if anyone has any questions or would like to have an input on anything about the political side of the AMC ideals or anything, please DM him. He's interested. Like Miss Beverly, you always have something that you have to say. They really want to hear what you have to say. It can make a difference. So please, you got on Twitter. Okay, well, you can reach a Froggy or myself some type of way and we'll get to him. Thank you.
Yeah, no. I clicked the wrong one here. Tarek says, if Twitter surprises on earnings, it could run beyond 54. I don't see why it should stop. There's a lot of weird stuff coming up. I wouldn't expect Twitter to crush earnings just because it's not their thing. Like, I don't know what the deal with Twitter is, to be honest. I don't know why they've been out for as long as they have, and they haven't really made the shareholders much money. So I think it's just kind of weird. But yeah, there's a possibility that they could actually come out with positive earnings and run past 54 and cause all kinds of problems. Because if you noticed, anything 55 or higher on the option chain is like dirt cheap. Because if Elon takes it private, every option above that price is basically worthless. So it would be interesting to see what would happen. I wouldn't count on it though, because it hasn't been very successful in the past. Let me pull it up just to make sure. I mean, here you got a miss, here a miss. Okay, so you got a beat there, a beat there, beat there. That's kind of interesting stuff. Then they had a slew of positive earnings. Why isn't the price up higher if they're actually beating earnings? Like, the company has just done nothing. Look at that slew of positive earnings. I mean, crushed. Beat it, beat it, beat it. The numbers look good, but the stock price isn't correlating with these numbers. Wonder how is that happening? Those are positive earnings too. Those aren't just beating expectations. And that's all that it moved right there. 14 to 33. Maybe it will beat earnings. Yeah, definitely keep an eye on it. I have Twitter myself right now because I'm kind of expecting things with Elon to go through. And if it does, I make a lot of money because I got a lot of shares of Twitter right now. So I was just kind of looking at that gap difference and I kind of got greedy.
A lot of people did. I was thinking about it. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought about
I
getting more
was.
before it's too late because it only went up like 60 some cents since I bought it. But I mean, I'm expecting to go to 52.
I'm pretty sure it's going to go through though.
Yeah. What's going on, Diaz? How you doing, man?
What's up, buddy?
Soulfane says, Froggy, just want to stop by and check in if both of your channels haven't been affected. Post your video or posted, been affected by the post your video Sunday. Have a great night. Yeah, nothing that I've seen has happened yet from the CS trades mess yet. So I think I got all those little wolves blocked, all the bad ones. Good ones are still welcome here because they don't cause problems. So, but there, like I said, there's more to come. We got a lot more information to bring out. It's just a matter of when do I want to bring it out. But I think that's it for now. We're going to probably end up wrapping things up. Please hit that like button, and I'll let Miss Harris go ahead and wrap things up over there.
Okay. I always check what I'm eating, something I'm not supposed to be eating. Hold tight. Okay, I need everyone up in the space, Carl. Please go down and like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Mediocre Traders, and Froggy's channel. I do see some of you guys are doing that, but the ones that are in here every single day, Cova, I appreciate you. Mark Collister, Zach, Zombie Cornell, Rick Rodriguez, you know that you're here all the time supporting. W. Hubba, you're in here as well. Sean, Patrick, you're in here as well. Detonator, appreciate you. Mike, appreciate you. But I do need all you guys to go down into the YouTube channel, though. The YouTube channel. There's a bunch of you up in here. The YouTube channel. Come on, guys. But I'm going to invite you to subscribe to the Mediocre Trader and Froggy's channel. If you want to learn the 1348 and you need one-on-one training, Froggy can teach you guys with the Mediocre Trader. The membership is only $4.99, 16 cents a day. 16 cents a day, guys. Plus, he's going to give away that money indicator after the squeeze. The money indicator is important to ask Weston W. to keep hounding Froggy about it. Hounding Froggy about it. He wants that money indicator because he knows it works. So you guys want to join for $4.99 a month? There's no joke about it. This will get you.
Oh, you muted yourself. I think I can unmute. Nope, did it crash? Ms. Harris, you muted yourself. I think I crashed again. I hope not.
I hope not too.
That's Twitter. It's
Yeah,
like
Twitter.
that for Elon.
Just gonna say that.
Thanks, Elon.
Fix
No,
it,
crash-
Elon. Let's go.
Crashing's like important for Twitter all of a sudden.
Get it fired back up, Froggy. Get it
Trying.
fixed.
I can't tell if it's the whole thing that crashed or what happened.
Mediocre Trader or Jeremy.
Hey, sorry, we crashed over on our side again.
Okay.
But yeah, basically, yeah, she's right. If you do want the money indicator, for all members, you will get it after the squeeze. That's guaranteed. I won't need it for like the rest of my life as like a special indicator, but it is important for people to use. You've always heard follow the money, and that's pretty much what I was doing, was I wanted to follow the money. And it does show you a lot of interesting things. It shows you when the stock should be up or when it should be down. When you see a divergence, I kind of wish there was a way I could make the money indicator like peg it more to the stock. So whenever the price is overpriced, it would show divergence. But I don't really get that benefit. But you can see that by the movement, it does kind of trend almost perfect with the stock. You can see when there's cash movement, when there's no cash movement, and that kind of stuff, and it shows you all of it. So, like I said, it's very important to see where the money goes. A lot of people usually follow the option chain or options and stuff and see what money's flowing. They look for unusual option activity, and that's what they follow. And to me, that's kind of a headache. Instead of looking at all the options for every different stock, I just pull up the money indicator and look real quick, and I have an idea. And pairing it up with Max Payne works really good too. So I mean, it's up to you guys if you want to be a member or whatever. But the one thing for the members is when a squeeze does happen, it will be members only. And that's just for asking questions. It's not because I'm, trying to make people become members. Like chat sometimes is really hard to keep up with. And keeping chat clear for important questions is what I'm trying to do. So just giving people a heads up is all. I do want to do some shout outs. We got the one and Hedgie from Ape Radio. They'll be on here in about an hour and a half. So definitely stop over and check out them guys. Ape vs. Wall Street, he did stop by. So I want to shout out to him. Eric, he was talking about, I think it was 2 p.m. on Sunday was the time that he gave. He does stop on and start talking about, the people that are running for office and stuff. And I'm sure he does more than just that. So definitely check him out. And if I remember, the one, doesn't he work with you guys on Ape Radio too?
Yeah, he pops in there with, I think the one that Mike, he left his hands, he can't talk right now. But yeah, he is over there with the one. When the one comes on, Eric goes off because he sends everybody over to the one. But he does work with the one and the hedge and everyone on the AMC idea.
Yeah, that's where you can find all those guys is in Ape Radio, so that's a good place to find them all. I want to do a shout out to Jen and Spence for coming. They've been very supportive and helpful, and I appreciate those guys. Tomorrow, Spence will be on at doing his own space call at 4:00. We'll probably be shutting down Space Call over here and going over to Spence's so we can hear the person that they're going to be interviewing and talking to. It's kind of nice to get to know the people that are actually being voted in, even if it's in a different state. I think it gives us an incentive to kind of be more proactive in politics instead of not talking about it, because you kind of want to know who these people are before you vote them into office. And like I said, even though it's a different state, at least you can get an idea of what you want and what you don't want. And you can ask these questions like what kind of sponsors they get, what are they going to do for us, and that kind of stuff. Because after all, they're supposed to be looking for our votes, and they got to make sure that they're doing good stuff for us. In my opinion, the public should be a primary group of people that they would want to please instead of basically the swamp or whoever's in there. So another one too, I want to shout out to Tendie Time for stopping by, and I think I got everybody. So yeah, Mediocre.
So the one comes on at 7 or 7:30 night. You guys want to go over there to Ape Radio? They're a bunch of funny, great guys. Ape Radio with the one, the hedge, Viper, Jordan, Lady Katie. They're all great. So, and I want to say this. This morning, all the space calls I go in, and people shout out Froggy. When they see me coming in, they shout out Froggy. So all those will be in those space calls in the morning, y'all in the group. Please tell them that I did shout them out today, because out of respect, because they do shout out Froggy when they see me go in there in the morning. And especially this guy named Jay Carr. Yes, I didn't recognize you or give you any recognition. I do appreciate you, and I do see Zombie and JD that they're here. Appreciate you guys. Really appreciate you guys. Seriously. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mediocre Trader, you're up next, man.
I just want to thank everybody for coming to the show and watching the show. Everybody who watches the show, we try to put on a good show. get the information out, on charting and all that stuff. But I'd like to thank everybody in the space call who shows up every day and listens. It's good to have the people showing up and putting in their 2 cents and letting us hear, all the comments and stuff come in. We appreciate that. And Ms. Harris, I appreciate you and the One and Ape Radio and Viper and everybody over there, the Hedge. That's a good place to hang out. I try to stop in when I can. It's hard because we're doing, we put a lot of time into this too. So I'm going to try and stop in over there tonight and say hello. But thank you guys for coming. We'll see you again later. I want to thank Froggy for having me on, and don't forget to beat that like and subscribe button and hop on over to Froggy's channel and do the same thing.
Yeah, Mike Tyson, that like button, guys.
Okay, hold on, guys. Someone just sent me a message. The One, everyone, they asked me to ask everyone, please send up prayers for the One. They said, please send up prayers for the One and his family. Please, guys, send up prayers for the One and his family, because there's power in numbers when it comes to prayer. God will listen to you. I'm serious. From your mouth to God's ears, He hears you. And the One, whatever you're going through, God has you. We plead the blood of Jesus upon whatever you're going through or whatever your family is going through. God got you. Trust me, God got you. You got to have the faith to believe. You have the faith to believe and you shall receive. That's what God said. Jesus said that. If you have the faith the size of the grain of a mustard seed, ask what you shall will. It's pressed down, shaken together, runs over and pours over. In the name of the Lord Jesus, claim it. I'm sorry, guys. Someone sent me that message and asked me to do this. SUA, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming, and definitely check out Ape Radio tonight at 7:30, which is, like I said, it's about in less than 2 hours away. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. And we will probably be back on tonight, late tonight, with a video that we're going to be trying to get out. We're going to be talking about it backstage here. So keep an eye out for what we pop out tonight. You can catch it tomorrow, or you can catch us live tonight. So don't know what time it's going to be. Guessing 10 p.m. Eastern, but we'll find out when it is. And we're just going live just so we can film it. So there won't be any time set on it. So, but see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Thank you for coming, and peace.
Good night.